Right, next, the 1976 TZ350. What does that say? Frepin Yamaha. Thought so, yeah. Frepin Yamaha. Made in New Zealand.
Made in New Zealand in 1977 by a chap called Peter Pinion, who was British, and the bloke that did all the engineering on it was a bloke called Fred McLean, who made space frames for dirty great V8 American car engines. And this was their first effort at a motorcycle frame.
And what was it, pretty much, what was it used for? Was it, obviously for racing, but Grand Prix level, national level?
It was used at international level in New Zealand. In fact, the first meeting, Marco Lucinelli rode it and was very impressed with his handling and wanted a frame, but they weren't prepared to let him have this one, as this was number one. And in fact, there were only ever 6 or 7 of them made. This is the only one in the Northern Hemisphere. Yeah, well, I suppose Dubai's in the Northern Hemisphere, isn't it? The rest are in New Zealand and Australia. And in fact, there's a replica just being built in Australia with a much modified 400cc TZ engine in, which gets round places like Phillip Island about the same speed as the 600s do. Mind you, it's got a decent rider on it.
It does help. Now, obviously a special bit of kit, not many around across the world. How did you come across this one?
It was advertised on eBay, and there were no bids because, And I bought it for $3.5 grand. It was in a bit of a mess. It had some rotten magnesium Dimag wheels in it and some rotten magnesium Marzocchi forks on it. And but over the years I've had it. I've modified it, renovated it. I did have some TZ wheels in, but for some reason I got rid of them, and now I'm trying to get some TZ wheels to put back in here, as you do.
And how long is it? How long have you owned it?
I've owned it about 6 years now, 6 or 7 years. I can't ride or race bikes anymore because I've got severe back injuries, neck injuries from various racing accidents in the Isle of Man and Snetterton, etc., as you do. So I rode it at Mallory Park 1000 Bikes last year with a left-foot gear change, and I've got British feet. Trying to get out of the hairpin in top gear is not to be recommended on one of these things.
So hold on a minute, you can't race motorbikes because of some old injuries, but you can still ride around the track?
Oh yeah, well it's not racing, is it? I mean, not really racing.
Is the impact different?
No, but it should be slower.
No, I'm only taking the mickey. Not ridden in anger. That's what you're saying.
No, it's not ridden in anger. If it was a matter of somebody coming alongside you and one's going to chicken out, it'll be me.
Honest man. So you basically just do a few small events and just a bit of riding.
Yeah. I did a track day on it last year against modern bikes, which was a complete and utter waste of time, as they come. You can't ride this like a modern bike because of the steering geometry and etc. But I say it's got a 72 brake horsepower engine in it, a much lighter frame. The steering geometry is very, very similar to an E or a D Yamaha of 77, 78, 79, that period, but it's about 20 pounds lighter. It's got no down tubes underneath the engine, and a lot of straight frame tubes, and I had a frame breakage last year, and you can see how thin the steel tubing is.
Right, can we hear a running, please?
You're next. I'll never get on it now. Yeah.